Hey guys, welcome back to Keeping Up with China. Today we're back with another video. If you're new, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. So for today's video, I'm just gonna do an updated I guess pay rate of a new grad nurse. I did do one when I first started working. That one was my first paycheck. Yeah, so a few people was asking me, a few of my subscribers were asking me to do one about like, you know, what do I get, like, you know, what do I get paid now as a, you know, I'm still a new grad, so, but I'm night shift, so they want to know, you know, what the differential, whatever, rate, and also how much do I make when I do work overtime. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys two of my pay stubs. I'm gonna do one like a regular week. You know, I'm gonna show you guys a regular week, well, a regular pay stub, which is regular working hours, which is, you know, three 12-hour shifts a week. So for that pay stub, because we get paid bi-weekly, so it'll be a total of 6 shifts for that pay stub. Okay, so hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys the different ones. I'm gonna show you guys a regular one, and then I'm also gonna show you guys, you know, a paycheck, you know, when I do like overtime or and stuff like that. So for example, let me see which one I would pick. For the most part, most of my paychecks, on a regular, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like I'm gonna do a screen recording, so I can put it right here, so you guys can actually see exactly what I'm talking about. I would try to just do this, but I feel like this is gonna take too long, and I'm gonna have to do too much zooming and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna talk, and then I'll just do like a screen recording, and I'll post it right here, so you guys can follow along with what I'm trying to talk about. So I'm just loading this so I can see. Okay, so on a regular 6-day paycheck pay stub, I would work about 75 hours, and that all depend on the type of weeks that you'll have, because some days you have to stay longer, you know, and then some days you leave on time. So, you know, on the day that you leave a little bit later, you know, those hours accumulate too. So, but this is pretty much what I make when I, you know, leave work on time. I make around 75 hours bi-weekly. So how they set up my paycheck is they still calculate the regular hours, which is you know, I get paid $26 for those hours. So they calculate each differentials. Like for example, they calculate the holidays differently. They calculate the evenings, like, which is between, I believe, the evenings falls between 7 to 11, and then the nighttime the differential is between 11 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning. So, and for the evening we get a differential rate of $2.50, and then for the night shift, you know, the night differential, we get paid an extra $6. Okay, so which is at the end roughly about $32 at the end of the night that you're gonna make. Yeah, this one have a holiday, so I don't want to use the one that I have. I mean, it was like that one was only 0.5 of a holiday. So let me try to see if I can use this one instead. 0.5 hours, I'm sorry, 0.5 hours of a holiday. But I want to use one that doesn't have any holidays or anything. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so this one I worked 77 hours. Maybe I had a bad week and I had to stay over, I don't know. But yeah, so I worked 77 hours and 77 and a half hours. And then the evening, like I told you guys, which equals to 24 hours, I get the differential rate of $2.50, and for the night shift, that equals to 53 hours and a half, and you multiply that by 6 because the rate is $6 for night. In weekends we get a differential of $3. So, and most of the time I work one or two shift per, a night, I mean per weekend. Yeah, because technically we're supposed to work at least, I believe, two weekends, a total of 2 weekends for my hospital. But I started off by actually working every Sunday because I can't work Saturdays, depending on the time and stuff like that. So I just scheduled myself to just work every Sundays. But now that, you know, they're a little lenient with it, so sometimes I work Sundays, sometimes I don't. But for the most part, I try to always schedule myself at least in a month period. I try to schedule myself at least 2 or 3 times, you know, to work on a Sunday. But in this pay stub, I only worked one shift weekend, which was a Sunday, and I only got the rate of $3. So basically I only made $36. So before taxes and all that stuff, my total came out to be $2,432, you guys. That was before tax. And then after they take out the tax, Medicare, I'll just put these numbers up so you guys can see them, because I honestly don't want to go through all of them. And after they take tax, which was a total of $505.39. That's how much tax they take, you guys. That's not even you know, most of it, because some people, because me, I didn't sign up for the 401k yet. I was supposed to start it this year, but I forgot, and I'm kind of just slacking on that. I don't know, but I need to sign up for it because, you know, I need to start saving up for it. So I'm gonna but yeah, so that's not including the 401k, and the insurance that I picked was actually the cheapest one that they have. You know, I picked the cheapest one that they have, because they have one that's like $100, I believe, $100, you know, each pay stub or each week that they take out of your paycheck. So I only picked the, you know, the cheapest one, which was like $35. I mean, I don't really go to the hospital, thank God, knock on wood. I don't really go to the hospital as often. I mean, I only go for like my yearly checkups, and that's about it really, unless I'm like, and I don't really get sick where like I have to go to the hospital all the time, thank God. So I was like, you know, let me just get the cheapest one for right now, because you can always change it every year anyway. So for now I just picked the cheapest one. So yeah, but some people have like the full coverage, and that's about like $100 or more, you know, where like, you know, if you go to the hospital, they'll pay, you know, they'll basically pay more, if not more, all of the, you know, all of your expenses, and you don't really have to come out of pocket, you know. Yeah, so after taxes and all that stuff, what I get to go home with is $1,841 for this pay stub, you guys. After they take out all the taxes and all that stuff, that's how much I get to go home with. We started off with $2,432, and I get to go home with $1,841. It's just wonderful, right, you guys? You just wonderful. Yeah, so that's just a regular day I mean a regular pay stub, you guys. Now I'm gonna do one where like I did this one last month where like I did like this this contract where like I work an extra 4 shift for that month. So basically I just add an extra day in each week. So instead of working 3 days, you know, in the week, I work 4 days in the week. And you guys, that it was crazy. But when I saw that, you know, when I saw that you know, overtime pay, your check, I was like, okay, you know, it kind of makes up for it, because y'all, I was tired. It was horrible. It was brutal. Okay, but I made it through, you guys. I don't know if I would ever do it again. I mean, I probably would, but not anytime soon. But anyway, so for a regular, for like a overtime where like I had to work, okay, so it's still like the bi-weekly. So so this is for just a 2 week. For the 2 weeks I get paid, I worked a total of, for this paycheck at least, I worked in a total of 104 hours for that week. And I also had residency, and that's about 4 hours. That's where I go in and I meet up with my, because it's like I don't know how you call it, it's like a program for new grads where we just meet once a month and we talk about nursing, what's been going on and all that stuff, you know. And yeah, so we actually get paid for going. So and that's usually 4 hours. So in this pay stub it was included, because that's I worked, well, we had a meeting that month, so that week, that bi-weekly, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, so that was an extra 4 hours. And then for evening I worked 32 hours, which was a flat rate of $2.50. For night I worked 68 hours, which was well, I worked more, but then they calculated a little bit differently with the overtime, because the overtime, they actually calculate those hours by themselves and not included with like the night, because with the overtime they just take your base rate, which is 26 I believe, and then they add like, you know, half of 26 I believe, or a little bit more. I don't know how they really do it, but for the overtime I did it twice that week. The first extra day I worked 13 hours and 13 hours, 0.8, and the rate was $41.60. And then for the second time I worked the extra shift, it was 10 hours and a half, 10 hours and 20 cents, 10 hours, 0.2. It's weird because of how they calculated, you guys, so I'm getting like mixed up between hours and money and rate. Okay, and then the rate was $41.80. So in total for that pay stuff, for that paycheck, before tax I got $3,641. Yeah, listen, $3,641, you guys. That's before tax. Don't get too excited. Before tax. And then after tax, after they take out my, you know, my Medicare, the federal tax, all that crazy tax, they took out $860.56. Yeah, that's some people's paycheck. That's almost $1,000 that they took out for tax. That's ridiculous. So, but you know, I'm not complaining. I ended up going home with $2,671, you guys, and that was actually the highest. That was actually the highest paying paycheck that I gotten so far as a nurse, because I've only been a nurse for like 7 months, you guys. So I still have time to, you know, make a little bit more extra income here and there, but for now this was my highest paycheck that I've had so far, $2,671, you guys. And I'm gonna just show you guys all of that right here so you guys can see what exactly I'm talking about, you guys. But that's about it, you guys. Like I would say, you know, it sounds, I mean, it is good. Like, you know, the money is good. Like, you know, if you have a family and all that stuff, you know, you can actually, you know, take care of yourself and, you know, and your bills and stuff like that. You know, it's a amount where, like, you can be okay. Like, you don't have to worry about how you're gonna pay your bills, you know, because it should be okay. I mean, everybody's not the same, and everybody don't have the same amount of responsibilities and bills and all that stuff. But I can only speak for myself. I mean, I have help from my sister and stuff sometimes, and my mom and all that stuff. So I mean, we split some stuff. So you know, for me, it's okay, it's good, because I love to save. So most of the time I really try to save a lot. Like, most of my paycheck, after I pay my bill, I always make sure that I put something in my saving, because that's important, because y'all, saving is very important. But yeah, you guys, so it's good, it's nice, but you know, I know we're new and we're just starting off. Like, you know, once you start, you know, once after it hits that 1 year mark and you actually have more experience, you'll be able to, like, you know, make a little bit more if you get, you know, more certification, or if you, like, you know, transfer to a different floor where they actually give you a raise. And after a year, that they actually, you know, give you a raise after a year. So, you know, after that, you know, you'll see a little bit more in your paycheck. But for right now, this would have to do, and it's fine. Like, you know, as a new nurse, you know, we're still learning and all that stuff, we're still fresh. I mean, I think that's okay. It's okay, it's a decent pay. But I know in different states it's more, but you know, this is Florida, we live in Florida, and this is what they do. So yeah, you guys, so if you guys have any more questions regarding this video, or you know, if I know I was all over the place with this video, I was trying to explain the best that I could, but yeah, I know, like, I be getting tongue twisters and stuff, and my mouth just be talking, and my brain haven't really, like, processed everything, and my mouth just be like, you know. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, please leave it down below, and I will make sure to respond them and stuff like that. Thank you guys so much for watching and always supporting me. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.